It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Well, I'm back from BTA Orlando. Had a fantastic time. You know, the BTA puts on 4 meetings a year. They still pack a house. I want to do a big shout out to all the sponsors of that event because I truly enjoy going to those things. It was an awesome time. Met some great people. Had some fantastic conversations. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, over the last few years as I talk to dealers, whether that's in person, by phone, or an email, there's a commonality when we talk about diversification or when we talk about the dealer changing a business model. And I believe that commonality is this. A lot of our friends, they're in the how before they clearly understood why they should be doing it. In other words, they're trying to figure out how to bill with no meter before they truly understood why they should be doing it to begin with. They're in the how they should be doing IT services before they clearly understood why they should be doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's in that why, that exploratory time, that you dig deep and you look at numbers and you substantiate everything you're looking at. If you go into the how with unsubstantiated information, guess what? Whenever you run into a problem, you're going to run back to what you know and you're comfortable with, and it's going to bog down the change or the diversification. But in the exploratory process to why you should even do something, if you really look hard and it's all substantiated with factual information, you're all smart people. You're all smart people. When I first saw Milton Bartley's numbers around his IT services business, I became obsessed with it because it was all substantiated. And then when I was able to spend a couple of years with him, it was substantiated even more. And it became such a passion of mine to help dealers get into IT services because I truly understood why they should. When I talk about upstream IT marketing and selling those upstream customers, it's because I know what that looks like, and I've shared those with you. I've had Milton on many times. I've shared his numbers at the BTA meeting in Asheville, North Carolina. But I'm convinced that if dealers understood the real numbers around upstream IT services, they would easily figure out how to do it. I recently had an opportunity to meet with Frank Kuko and his team at Impact Networking. Folks, I'm even more passionate about why dealers should move upstream in IT services because that's what Frank's doing. And when you talk to his people and you look at his deliverable, you realize it works. Folks, we've got to truly understand the why before we even attempt the how. Here's another example. My good friend Wes McCarter from NextEra, the owner of NextEra, formerly known as BEI, gave a presentation at BTA sharing all the numbers around all the print volumes around 5 million devices spread through hundreds of dealer organizations, thousands of technicians. He's got all the information and all the activity against those serial numbers with parts and labor. He knows what it looks like in the marketplace. His window is pretty damn big. And when you look at that data in exploring why you should bill with no meter, it's in the numbers. And if you truly investigate the numbers and dig into the numbers and dig into the details, you'll know why you should be billing with no meter, making the how a whole lot easier. So ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter what business process you want to change. It doesn't matter what you want to diversify into. Clearly understand why you should do it. If you shortchange the why and you jump into the how too damn early, as soon as you run into an objection or a problem, you're going to run right back to what you're comfortable with. And it's going to procrastinate and prolong your diversification or your change. It's time our industry started holding everybody accountable that was showing us the how, right? And if we're going to hold them accountable, you know what? We're going to hold them accountable in our own exploration of why we should be doing these things to begin with. Just some things to think about, my friends, because we all know this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see you all tomorrow.